It is Wednesday, January 22nd. Let's talk General Hospital. Um, I think it's interesting that we spent months and months hearing about Christina's LGBTQIA plus center and how it was a big deal. And then because she, not really her, but Blaze got outed, she got forced off the board or something, out of the center that had her name on it. And we don't get to see the opening of it. We never hear about it again, but we gotta have the big splashy opening of Charlie's Pub. Okay. Okay. It was. I guess we got to get away to have everyone on the same set at the same time. But still, it just we're doing this instead. Okay. Anyway, so everyone shows up for the big opening of the pub, reopening because it's already been open. And there's a little moment where Christina and Lucky are like, "Our dads are partners now. We're partners." And I'm like, okay. I have issues with Sunny. I have issues with Luke. But Christina and Lucky, you are no Sunny and Luke. Okay. Let's not force that. And I've known they've known each other this whole time. I'm aware of the history. I watched, but still, like it felt like they were trying to force, like now they're the new version. The kids are taking it up. No, 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 no. I'm just glad Lucky has a job. That's all we needed. So everyone's popping up. Uh, Isaiah's there looking delicious. That's it. There's nothing else. He just looks delicious. He's there to meet Jordan, who has to have a run in with Brick, and I'm like, oh, I thought we got Isaiah. We were done with Brick. We don't need Brick. Keep Brick as just like, a Sunny thing, but stop forcing scenes with Jordan and Brick. I don't, no. Um, and he's like staring daggers at Isaiah. I'm like, yes, look at Isaiah. Sorry, Brick. It's not happening. But then Isaiah gets called out, and he and Jordan have a little flirtation, kind of. And I'm like, I'm tired of this. And at the end, after all this stuff happens, because he breaks up the fight, and then like pays off a waitress, Jordan's like, I'm like, Jordan, that's the thing that makes you go, well, let me think twice about Brick. Stop. I don't. It's kind of insulting. Okay. So speaking of the fight, uh, Cody's there, and I'm guessing he got drunk beforehand. I don't know. There's something weird about all his scenes. He decides to harass Spinelli, like, "Hey, remember when you were like running that matchmaker site and no one knew it was you? When I found out and I was blackmailing you, I need you to give me money still for that." Basically, he needs the money to help cover the bet to Selena. But I don't like Spinelli, but it also felt just wrong. Like Spinelli's like, you're Maxie's brother. We're kind of family. Like, what are you doing? And he's just like, yeah, give me the money, taking Spinelli's drinks, and then he gets like all angry, and then Lucky pops up to try to like stop it, and he punches Lucky, and then they both get arrested. Which I'm like, I don't think Lucky should have got arrested, but whatever. But it's just like, y'all have nothing to do with Cody. Like clearly he's in a holding period for whenever they're gonna kickstart pushing him into like the mess of Lulu, Dante, Brooklyn, and Chase. Clearly, but right now they have nothing to do with Cody. So you just have Cody be in the stables. Like he doesn't have to be hopping around starting fights. It didn't make any sense. Um, Liz and Lucky question Martin about Cyrus, and we kind of figure out that, well, based on what Martin says, their mother was really really sick, and Cyrus wanted her to only have like the bare minimum because he thought she was gonna like fade away and just die. And Martin's like, I had the power of attorney. I made sure she did not fade away and die because she like rallied and came back, and I'm keeping her super healthy, and she's still kicking. And Cyrus is upset about that, and it's like, oh my god, like the Criminal Mind says, is this his trigger? The fact that he thought his mother was gonna, die and she didn't die, and he thought she should be out of her misery already, is why he's going around killing other patients. But as Lucky points out, okay, that may have worked for like other patients that he might have killed in the past, but Dex and Sam, they were fine. They weren't going to die. So again, there's something more going on here. This may again tie back to the Sunny connection, and usually when things tie back to Sunny, I'm like, oh god. But this would actually kind of like make sense. Sam was with Sunny's son. Dex was supposed to kill Cyrus for Sunny, so I could see, if that's what this is about. But now they have this information. And well, they had it until the fight started. We finally find out where the kids were this whole time. Tracy had Yuri just driving around. Because first I was like, were they at the gatehouse the whole time and no one checked the gatehouse? Because like this episode starts with like Sasha reading Wiley like a story. He's like, I'm sad, I want my mommy with Gieka. I want, like, everything's weird. And it's like, wait, were they in the gatehouse the whole time? And Sasha knew, but no, they were driving around and then they brought them back there at night because that's everyone, they've already checked, so they want to come back, right? And then Felicia comes over to talk to Sasha, and it was more about like, here, let me tell you all the crazy Quartermaine stuff. They like craziness, they like toxicness, which is like helping Sasha go, yeah, I shouldn't tell anyone that Michael is the father of my baby. But then Felicia does this thing that I appreciate the use of history when she talks about like her relationship with Mac and Frisco and how that affected her relationship with with Maxie and Georgie. Like she wasn't like the best mother, yada yada. But she keeps using like her experience as an excuse for like, well, Holly and now Willow. I'm like, no, Felicia, that's you. That's your thing. You cannot just say like, well, Holly and Willow are just like me. Like they make mistakes and they feel bad. Like it's not like a one-to-one. And I want you to stop trying to excuse them. Let the people who are mad at them be mad at them. Especially let Sasha be mad at Holly because that is her own mother. That is her, she knows her in a way that you don't. And if anyone is like mad at, Willow, let them be mad at Willow. She did stuff. She did wrong things. They were mad at you. And you fought your way back. Willow has to fight her way back. That's all I'm saying. Then we have like Tracy at the PCPD. I thought she was already getting booked, but somehow she's back in the interrogation room. And Dante's done with her. Lulu pops up. She's trying to get through to her. Jason had already gone to talk to Drew and Willow, which, as always, they'll be the last. And they're trying to get her to like agree to this deal. Like Lulu's trying to get through to her. And she's making good arguments. And then when Jason comes back, he's like, hey, let the kids stay at the gatehouse, let Willow move in. That way they're on the property. Monica can see them. This is a good deal because you will go to jail for the kidnapping. Like they're not gonna play around. And if Drew's in Willow's, mind, the back of her mind, speaking it, like, well, if Drew's in Willow's ear speaking, he's gonna make sure you go to jail. They were right, but also Tracy's kind of right. Like, okay, I let them come back. I let her come back, and what stops her from like tomorrow taking the kids back to Nina's or taking them to Drew? I agree that you can't quite trust Willow because Drew is in her mind. Drew is like there the whole time. But Tracy, it has to stop. This whole story beat has gone on for too long. And so I was glad by the end of the episode she agrees to the deal because it was fun. It wasn't fun. And it was fun again. But now I was like, okay, I'm done with this. So I'm glad it was over. I almost forgot. Sonny's okay. Natalia got there. She gave him a pill. Called in Isaiah because he wouldn't go to the hospital because no one needs to know he's weak. But I'm like, sir, everyone knows that you have other issues. So this is one more thing. Whatever. And Isaiah's like, you need to get yourself checked out. It's a big nothing burger. He's not doing anything until like the last second. I don't care. Go to the hospital. Don't go to the hospital. I don't care anymore, Sonny. Whatever. Jason, Drew, and Willow. So Jason comes in at the end of the other episode, and I hate that Drew's there. Jason's trying to like talk to her. Drew's like, you can't talk to her. I'm like, shut up. You make everything worse. He's telling Willow that Drew is telling Willow that Jason's going to use her kids as leverage, but he already used Michael as leverage. So it's like, takes one to know one. Like, what are you talking about? Then when Willow's like wavering, like, I don't know, should I trust Jason? Should I not trust Jason? And it's like, I want Willow to ask, what is it that Drew has against the Qs? Because he's angrier at them than she is. When neither one of them should be angry, because they are not the victims, they are the villains. Like, he's acting like they did something to him. And I don't get it. And I need her to ask what is his issue with them right now, because he's making everything worse. I mean, it's bad enough, but he is not helping. And he is helping delay her kids, because if he wasn't in the picture, if he wasn't like throwing his weight around the whole time, maybe Tracy would have like backed off sooner, or wouldn't have done any of this. So she's like, oh, should I trust Jason? Drew, what do you think? And I'm like, you've already trusted Jason. You've known Jason. When he came back and he was shot and she like took care of him and like stole meds for him, she did it because she knew she could trust Jason, because she knew that the person she loved the most at the time trusted Jason. So why do you need Drew to tell you to trust Jason? You know Jason is trustworthy. You know he comes through and he's not gonna lie. So the fact that she's like looking to Drew for like every answer is super frustrating. And that's also why Drew doesn't want her to go back to the Qs and live on the grounds, because he's like, yeah, they're gonna be so mean to you, they're gonna make things worse, blah blah. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. We don't know. They might ice her out. They should. But he's mad because he knows that he'll be barred from going to the Qs and seeing her. And the longer she's away from him, I think the more his hold on her breaks. So he's aware of this, because that's why he's like intensely in her face. And it's just so like, these people, when he called them these people, I'm like, those are your people. This is why I'm like, you're not a true Quartermaine, because he's like, these people do this, these people do that. I'm like, Felicia just said how the Qs thrive on toxicness, whatever. Yes, they are toxic, but they come together. That's their whole deal. You can't talk shit about my family, only I talk shit about my family, right? But also, I'm still like, you're still my family. I'm still gonna like come back to you. I'm never gonna quite like be like, screw you, I hate you. And he's like firmly on the screw you, I hate you. Like, even like when Jason was like rejecting the Quartermaines, he still had a soft spot for Emily. He still has a soft spot for Lila. He didn't completely reject them. Meanwhile, Drew was like, fuck these people, I hate them. And it's like, if Willow was thinking clearly, she'd be like, she would be like, what is your deal? Why do you not like these people? What is this vendetta against them? And maybe she would realize that he is using her as a way to hurt them, because that's what he's doing. And he keeps saying, oh, I care about Michael, I care about Michael. I'm like, you don't care about anyone but yourself, you know? So she's like, oh my God, did I make a mistake? And Drew's like, we should lock Tracy up. We should send her to jail. I'm like, see, you're doing too much. This is a game, and you don't know how to play the game. You're playing it too real. Anna Q would like know how to play it, and like, I'm only going to go so far, and then I'm going to stop. And he doesn't know how to stop. And Willow's getting like wrapped up in the middle of this, and this is going to hurt her, and I can't wait, because she's stupid. That's basically it. She's stupid. One more thing. I have a question. Whose lawyer is Martin? Is he Drew's lawyer, Willow's lawyer, or Nina's lawyer? Because when he started out, he was Nina's lawyer doing her bidding for Willow, but now it seems like he's like firmly in Drew's like pocket, which is like, have you actually talked to Willow without Drew around? Like, have you seen what she wants? Because he seems to only be doing Drew's bidding, because Willow wouldn't have like gotten Tracy arrested. She wouldn't have done that. But right now he's following Drew's like call, and it was like, I want him to be like, hey, you're really intense right now. When he was like, those people accused, and I need to save Willow and her kids from those people. I need her to only be with me. I'm like, I want him to be like, it's a little weird right now. I just want everyone to wake up to like Drew's weirdness. Because right now it's like Tracy and Nina. If Carly wasn't like in Germany, she'd be like, there's something going on here. But I need more and more people to be like, hey, something's not right with Drew. Maybe it was his time in prison when he got hit in the head during the prison fight when Cyrus almost killed him. Because I think Cyrus had orchestrated that fight. Maybe it was his time in the Castelline prison cells that they had the cages underneath Castelline Island when Victor was like mind controlling him, like setting up with the brainwash with the tarot cards, right? Something's wrong with Drew, and they need to like make this a story. Like it's not just like, oh, he fell in love with Willow and now they're this thing. No, he's setting out to deliberately hurt people, to hurt the Qs, to hurt Sonny and Carly, to hurt Michael, for the sake of what? There's something going on with Drew. We've been saying it for a while, but lately it's like they feel like they're really, really ramping it up.